Bro, it's like Elden Ring. I'm using like Bloodhound Step. Like, whoa. Boom! Yeah! Let's go!
What do you find attractive in a man?
Probably humour.
Humour?
What do I look for? Intelligence, wit.
You've got a shopping list.
I've got a shopping list. But it is the vibe. Like, they don't have to be classically good looking. They can just have a vibe that's doable.
Okay. What do you look for in a guy?
He has to be funny.
Intelligence? Yeah. Like a sensitive soul, you know. It's not about the looks. Yeah, and like you should have the same interests.
William Fontaine de la Tour Dauterive, aka
the Bulldozer,
is a fantastic example of what women really want in a man. Or at least when it comes to what they say they want. He's a kind and caring man, but he can never seem to attract women. Why is that? Could it be that what women say they want is different from what they actually find attractive in a man? No, it couldn't be. I'm not sure, but maybe if we look deeper into Bill's story, we can see why trusting what women say will always lead to disaster. Let's look at Marriage.com's 20 qualities a woman wants in her man and see how many points apply to Bill. Number 1. He is respectful. Bill is extremely respectful for the most part. When he does manage to get the occasional date, he's always polite and courteous, so much so that he's perfectly willing to date a single mother. He's so respectful that he even fantasizes about how much he'll do for kids that aren't even his. And with the rise of single mothers, that's a dream come true.
you have kids? Wow. I'll paint their rooms like different fairy tales, and every night at bedtime, I'll wander in like a different creature from the forest.
Number 2, he is chivalrous, not conservative. Wow, the word chivalrous really applies to Bill pretty well when you think about it. He treats women with respect and courtesy, and he's willing to spend as much money as he can when he believes it's the right thing to do. He even let Charlene and her kids move into his home. If that isn't chivalry, I don't know what is.
I have great news. I asked Charlene and the kids to move in with me, and they said yes.
What? Wow, way to go, Bill.
I'm having a big party tomorrow to welcome them. See you then.
Number 3, he communicates. Bill will say everything he thinks he should say in the moment. He's one of the most honest people on King of the Hill. He wears his heart on his sleeve and isn't afraid to be emotionally vulnerable. Number 4, he is grateful. That's honestly another good word to use for Bill. He's always happy when other people are willing to invest time into him. He's always wanting to reciprocate the kindness people show him by being kind back, even if it means potentially putting his life on the line.
Now, all right, just calm down. You guys go out the escape hatch, and I'll drive the tank away to draw their fire.
And leave you here to get blown up? No way.
Don't worry about me. I'll use my boxer shorts to tie down the accelerator, and then I'll jump out too. Now, move, move, move! Do you hear me?
Oh!
Bill!
No, Bill, man! I wish I would have told him that he was a brave man. Honest, sweet, like a big old stuffed teddy bear.
Number 5, he is a good listener. He's actually pretty good at listening to other people's issues, even if he doesn't always have the best advice. But he genuinely wants to help people through their struggles, especially when it involves relationships.
I know how dark it is for you right now, curled up lying in your own emotional vomit. You're in hell now, Boomhauer. And the only way out is through a long, dark tunnel. And you're afraid to go in because there's a train coming at you, carrying a boxcar full of heartbreak. Well, let me tell you something. All you can do is let it hit you and then try to find your legs. I know. I've taken that hit more times than I can remember. Look at me, Boomhauer. I'm fat, and I'm old, and every day I'm just gonna wake up fatter and older. Then somehow I manage to drag this fat old bald bastard out into the alley every day. I'm out there digging holes, falling into them, climbing out, trying again, and tomorrow I'm gonna hang outside at a ladies' prison. And the first thing those lady cons are gonna see after 20 years is me. Will I get one? Experience says no. Will I be out there next month? If I'm alive, you better believe it. You gotta get right back up on that tanning bed, slip into a tight t-shirt, wash off some of that cologne, and get yourself out of that tunnel and into some strange woman, man!
Oh, yeah, man.
Yes!
Dang
That's
right,
what I'm
man.
talking
Dang
about!
right,
Get
man.
out there, boy! Whoa!
Yeah.
Number 6. He isn't afraid of commitment. He let a single mom and her 2 kids move into his house. Enough said. Number 7. He is confident, not overconfident. While he might not get every girl he wants, but he's not afraid to shoot his shot. Over the course of the series, he does manage to go on a few dates, and he's had a few relationships too. His confidence definitely shot up in the episode when he started weightlifting, but oh no, he actually started thinking highly of himself. Why shouldn't he though? He put in the hard work to get buff, but the writers for whatever reason turned into a jackass. For the life of me, I can't understand why.
There's nothing comfortable about getting shredded, Hank. What you're not comfortable with is hard work and pain, because all you people are lazy.
Now, hold on.
Prove me wrong, little man. Why don't you hit the bench?
I'm not getting on the goddamn bench, Bill. Quit being a jackass.
Number 8. He plays no mind games. Yeah, he doesn't. He's open and honest about what he wants in a relationship. If anything, it's other people that are willing to use him and play mind games at his expense.
Yeah, energy bar. It's your protein, Jake. Here you go, sir. Yeah, that's right. Yes, chocolate, I think.
$10,000 in his first month? That William Dauterive is quite fine.
Well, thank you. I molded him, motivated him. You know how it is. My very first business trip. I am finally getting the recognition that I have always given myself.
Isn't this Bill's trip? Didn't he win it? Aren't you just his guest?
Hank, you're fired.
Number 9. He has a sense of humor. Bill is hilarious.
Dang old pretty face, I'll tell you what.
He's able to laugh at any joke, even those made at his own expense, and even in his 40s, he still kept his childlike sense of wonder and humor.
I'm gonna kick your asses.
Why is it always about asses with you, Hank?
Security, open up. The fort.
Number 10. He is kind and considerate. Well, this is just a repeat of Chivalrous, so I'll just repeat the clip.
Great news.
What?
Wow, way to go, Bill.
Number 11. He is self-motivated. When Bill gets into the right headspace, he can be very motivated. Look at how swole he got when he actually started applying himself. He has a history of joining groups and getting heavily invested into the activity. He gets so invested that he's even willing to risk his job in the army just to participate. That isn't motivation, I don't know what is.
Military grooming and hygiene, Captain Hart speaking.
Good morning, Captain Hart. I regret to inform you that I am too sick to perform my barbering duties today. I will need to use one of my sick days.
Number 12. He is honest and reliable. Again, this is just repeating itself, but I describe a man who's willing to die in a tank as reliable any day. Don't forget about the time when he held back everything in the back of the moving truck. He was told to keep everything in the back, and he did exactly that.
Hank, what keeps the furniture from sliding out the door?
Well, all our straps and chains are on the road for traction, so you do, Bill. Good luck.
It's working! It's working!
Number 13. He is emotionally vulnerable. Bill is always ready and willing to lay out his deepest and darkest emotions. He'll cry in front of his friends and potential love interests. He lets it all out. He'll hold nothing back.
They won't let me have a knife. I'm in the middle of killing myself. Do you like iguanas, Mrs. Tobis?
You lied to me, Peggy.
Mr. Dauterive is a collector of exotic reptilia. You collect throat pillows.
I have some pillows on my couch, but that doesn't make me insane. And in answer to your question, I find iguanas to be filthy, repulsive creatures.
Well, I think we all could use a bath. Well, when it's your own.
You are a gross man.
Sheila!
Marry me!
Bill!
Oh, this is so exciting! I just want my coat. For the love of God, get me my coat.
Allow me!
Number 14, he is compatible sexually.
I used to have kind of a taste for trash, but these days it's all prime rib and filet mignon and tenderloin.
Are you talking about dinner or are you talking about me?
Mostly you.
Number 15, he is a nurturer. Again, he let a single mom and her 2 kids move into his home. He was ecstatic when he heard he'd finally get to be a stepfather. Number 16, he is self-aware. Bill's had a history of trying to change himself. He understands that he's not the strapping young lad he was back in his high school years, but that's okay. We all get older, and it's horrible to expect someone to stay fit and healthy for extended periods of time. Number 17, he is open to criticism. I'll let Dale and the boys take this one.
Okay, Dale. Help him.
Wait, is this a trick?
Nope. Let her rip. Just keep it clean.
Bill! Bill, you have to be the stupidest man on the planet to think this is a good idea. Have you seen what you're wearing? That outfit makes you look like a sequined train wreck. Look at you! You're part of a 12-headed jackass! This course is the feces that is produced when shame eats too much stupidity! You people make me envy the deaf and the blind! Underwear! Money! Fat!
But I belong to something great here. I even got a nickname. William.
Bill, you already have a nickname. Army Sergeant Not in Jail Dauterive. Remember you asked if anyone would notice if you didn't go to work? Well, the Army sure noticed. If you don't get back to cut the General's hair, you're AWOL. The Army is gonna lock you up for 30 years. You know how much that's gonna cost them? Hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'd say that's taken notice.
But the Harmonaholics are my friends.
Are they really? All they've asked from you is to give, give, give. Well, friendship is a two-way street. Heck, you know, we gave up Monday night football tickets to come get you. That's a friend, not these guys.
Number 18, he disagrees respectfully. I respectfully disagree with the stupid article. Next point. Number 19, he is someone with principles. He very much is a man that sticks by what he believes. So much so that he'll slave away just to help Peggy with her MLM scheme. He'll work himself to the bone if it means he has the opportunity to help his friends.
Hey, what are you doing? I did not say you could take a break, did I?
Oh, it's my toe. I think I have a blister.
Well, if you do, it's not from carrying boxes for one day. It's from carrying that huge gut of yours around for 40 years.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And number 20, he loves her. Well, I think that a man who is okay with being cheated on, lied to, and manipulated, and possibly abused can be a form of love, but it's a very misguided form of love. So all in all, I'd say Bill scored a respectable 18 out of 20 qualities that women want in a man. So why does he have such a hard time with relationships? Well, it's because he follows the advice articles like this one preaches. Women don't want a kind, caring, and emotionally vulnerable man. If they did, they date and marry them from the very beginning, from their younger years. They only really want a kind and stable man after Chad pumped and dumped them.
So, Bill Dauterive. How shall I say this?
Peggy,
In my younger days, a set of muscular arms and a bad attitude were all I needed in a man. But as I've matured, I've realized a sweet, stable guy is a far better catch.
I see. So, you're attracted to the muscular arms inside Bill.
Something like that?
It's only now, when they're older, that they suddenly understand and appreciate what a real man is. That is until Chad returns and they'll revert back into their 304 ways, because they've always been a 304.
John Redcorn.
Hello, Kendi. It's been a long time.
Yes, it has. I haven't gone by my stage name in years. It's Charlene now.
Your name may have changed, but your incredible beauty has not.
Bill, honey, I'm meeting the girls for lunch. Can you come back to the house?
Well, gotta go watch the kids. So, going out to meet the girls, huh? Again?
I'm sorry. It's just that seeing the girls after all this time has brought back some fond memories. Do you want me to cancel so I can watch the kids?
No. Have a good time with your girlfriends. I was gonna take the kids to Captain Bear's Pizza. Let them crawl over someone else's furniture for a change.
Women can fake their way through life, and they can get away with it because men like Bill are easily manipulated. He is a genuine and kind man. He really does care about his friends, but he treats women like they're one of the boys. Bill does not understand that you cannot treat women that are potential love interests like they're your friend, because when you treat them like they're a friend, that's when you get friend-zoned. That's when the puniti dries up. Women are not attracted to a guy who will cry at the dinner table. Women don't want a man that'll act like a doormat, who is only there to be walked all over. Women like Lenore will prey upon men for as long as they can, even going so far as to cheat on them multiple times. If you ever let a woman get away with actions like these once, you are telling them you like to take it up the butt. Thankfully, even though it took way too many years, Bill eventually showed Lenore his plump ass when he finally got over her.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Holy shit, you fucking killed her, dude!
If only he did that the first moment she showed him any form of disrespect. Women want a man who will say no and mean it. A man with strong morals, ideas, and principles. Women want a man to be physically attractive too. You can be the most kind and caring and genuine man, but if you do look like Bill, no woman would want to be with you, at least not sexually. They want a man who will consistently hit the gym and work out. Bill knows this because he was a man who was very attractive to women at one point in his life. He just got broken down after many years of abuse by a woman who never loved him, because he eventually became the exact man this article told him to be.